Welcome to Coaching for Creatives with Kirsten. My name is Kirsten Call. I'm a therapist-trained life coach and a children's book author. Together, we'll get the drama out of our lives and onto the page. Let's get started. You are listening to Episode 115, Trusting Your Intuition. Many years ago, when I was leaving to go on a snowmobile date, my mom said, "I don't think you should go. I have a really bad feeling about this. Just stay home." Of course, as a brash 20-year-old, I said, "Mom, I'm fine. I'm going. You don't need to worry. Everything is going to be fine." So all day we snowmobiled and nothing bad happened. I remember thinking she was worried about nothing. I proved myself right. And then as we drove home, we hit black ice and we spun into a complete circle. We hit a guardrail. I ended up with nothing more than a black eye and a swollen face from the airbag. But I will never forget how my mother's intuition was spot on. Mother's intuition is a real thing, right? I remember knowing something was off with my 6-year-old, but he wasn't telling me what was going on. Later, I discovered he was being bullied, and there was actual footage on the school bus of a 4th grader cutting my son's hand with a pocket knife. So, what is intuition? It's really hard to describe and hard to define. It's a knowing, a nudge that something is off or something is incredible or something needs our attention. Usually it's pretty subtle, which is why we often miss it or discount it or ignore it, because intuition leaves logic behind. Listening to our feelings isn't taught in our culture. It's not natural, so we have to be really intentional. Also, we actually do use intuition way more than we realize. People use intuition to cook while they put ingredients in that just feel right. Some people intuitively know directions like they know where north is. That is not me, not at all. People use intuition to create music and art and writing. As creatives, we follow our intuition and do what feels right. As I get older, I value intuition more. As a therapist, I have to intuit in the moment how to help a client. I've had a lot of practice doing this, and I trust my intuition more now than I ever have. It's something I've practiced over the years, not just as a therapist, but also in my daily life. Over and over again, my intuition has proven true. So, let's talk about ways to trust your gut and allow your intuition to teach you. Number 1, give yourself space to just sit and think. In this digital age, we are constantly barraged with stimuli. We have phones and social media and TV and movies and music always at our fingertips. If our minds are occupied, we're likely to miss the signals our intuition is giving us. So, turn off your phone and computer, set a timer for 5 minutes, and allow your mind to wander. You'll be surprised at what you learn about yourself and others. Number 2, schedule stillness. Stillness feeds your soul. Scheduling daily stillness into your life is an incredibly beautiful way to learn more about your intuition. So set an alarm and stick to your schedule, even if you don't feel like it. Let your mind and your body be still for at least 5 minutes. You might be thinking, I repeated myself 3 times. After all, what's the difference between giving yourself space to think, scheduling stillness, and meditating? The differences are subtle, just as intuition is subtle. Meditation involves sitting or lying down, basically just getting comfortable, allowing any thoughts to float in and out of your mind without judgment. It's not about turning off your thoughts or feelings. It's learning to observe them. And eventually, you better understand your thoughts, nudges, and intuition. Number 4, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the ability to be fully present in the moment. It's about observing the moment without judgment. Each time you bring awareness to your environment or what you're doing by using your 5 senses, you're being mindful. You're also practicing mindfulness when you bring your awareness to what you're thinking or feeling at any moment. For example, if you're in the line at the grocery store, leave your phone in your pocket. Be present. Give intuition space to present itself to you. If you feel like striking up a conversation or smiling at the person in line with you, do it. It's your intuition nudging you to make a difference in someone else's life. Number 5, check in with your body. Notice how different parts of your body are feeling throughout the day. This helps you recognize your intuition when it's trying to get your attention. Do you carry tension in your neck and shoulders, your lower back, or head, or chest, or stomach? When you pay attention to the sensations in your body, you'll notice stress and anxiety before it becomes an emotion. You'll also notice the nudges, feelings, or knowings before you really know how to make sense of them. 6, allow yourself to feel. Set a timer for 90 seconds and really lean into whatever you're feeling. Name the feeling. How would you describe it? Your intuition often presents itself as a feeling, so just like paying attention to your body allows you to connect with your physical self, feeling your feelings allows you to connect with your emotional self. Journaling is one of the best ways to connect to your intuition and emotions, so perhaps try to journal with your non-dominant hand. You'll be surprised at what you learn when you let go, feel, and write about your feelings in a way that isn't habitual. Number 7, let yourself daydream. Give yourself permission to dream. Intuition is more recognizable when we open our minds to the impossible. Number 8, pay attention to serendipity. Serendipity is when unexpected events happen by chance, often for our own benefit. You might have experienced this while thinking of a friend you haven't talked to in a long time, and that friend texts you or calls you in that very moment. So ask yourself, do you have a nudge or knowing? Is your intuition trying to tell you something? Pay attention. Number 9, notice other people's energy. Have you ever met someone and immediately know you'll be fast friends? That's your intuition. Try it out the next time you meet someone for the first time. You form a first impression of someone in less than 27 seconds. So use that time to pay attention to any feelings or nudges you get. Then over time, as you interact with that person, you can revisit your initial intuitive hit and see if you were right about them. Number 10, ask questions. Consider asking a question and writing it down. Ask the question without looking for an answer immediately. For example, I can write down the question, what should the topic for my podcast be this week? Then you put the question aside and let it incubate. This activates your subconscious mind. It gets activated and intrigued by the question and starts running in the background. So for me, if I were to ask that question and write it down and then leave it alone, I will start noticing topics I want to focus on. I might notice stories that illustrate an important point or experiences I want to share. When talking to people, I will observe what they talk about and what they're struggling with and how I can cover that in a podcast. My mind will keep working on the question until I have an aha moment, realizing, yes, that's the topic I want. You can ask any question for this exercise, like what job would make me the most happy, or where should I live? Asking questions in this way and getting your brain percolating on things doesn't always get you the answer magically or always get you the answer that you want, but it does shift you from your conscious brain to your unconscious creative brain where your intuition lives. Number 11, plan for spontaneity. If we are too scheduled, we can't follow our intuition. One of my friends went on a trip to Italy with her dad, and when he asked her what she wanted to see, she told him she wanted scheduled time to wander aimlessly. She kind of forced some spontaneity into the trip and was able to stop when she intuitively felt like stopping. I did something similar when I went to Paris, and my husband and I chose to ride the city bikes everywhere. So if we saw a place we were interested in, we could stop and explore. This led to our discovery of Freud's house and a tour of the place where psychoanalysis was invented, which was super exciting for me. So if we're too scheduled, we don't have time for intuition, so leave space for aimless wandering. We all have intuition and the ability to tap into our intuition. So I challenge you to pay attention to your intuition this week. Perhaps choose one of the things we explored today to deepen your trust in your own intuition. Write down what your intuition tells you. What happens when you listen? What happens when you ignore your intuition? Many times I follow my intuition to text someone I'm thinking about them, and they respond with, "How did you know I needed your text in this very moment?" These experiences help me trust my own intuition. I have one dramatic time when I ignored my intuition, and I will never forget it because many years ago, I just kept feeling like I should call a friend of mine. But I was in grad school and newly married and busy, so I never did it. And that friend died within weeks of my repeated nudgings that I should call. I've never forgotten how ignoring that inkling had permanent consequences for me. I lost my chance to talk to that friend ever again. If I ever have a feeling that I should reach out or show love to someone, I always follow that feeling. So I challenge you, start practicing. Notice your gut feelings and follow them. Your intuition will thank you. Until next time, keep smiling. If you like what you've heard, check out my Get Yourself Unstuck program. Go to KirstenCall.com. That's KirstineCall.com and schedule a free consultation today. Coaching for Creatives is produced by Kirsten Call. Music and audio engineering by James Call.